Spent countless hours of time in the pool, countless hours in here, making my body stronger, and it's been kind of like a mental thing too, just telling myself like, you're fast enough to be able to compete with those girls that are at other Division I schools that I'll be competing against next year. It was like a big decision of like where I was going to go to school, and Valpo was a great experience on my first initial visit. And then once I met some of the teammates at an invitational that I went and watched, they were also just super inviting. The ability to be able to further my swim career and the equipment that I'm able to use at Valpo, I think can help me make really big strides. 18 months ago, I was diagnosed with a third-degree heart block. They had to put a pacemaker in my chest, and so once I had that surgery done and everything, I started at PSM and getting my shoulder mobility and my shoulder strength back, and now that I have that, making it even stronger than it was before, and really spend the time that I need to be able to compete at the level that I want to compete at. I've been in the pool since I was 6 years old. It's not an easy sport to just pick up and start doing, but if you have the dedication to do it, you can do it just fine.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our camera. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I moved down here when I was younger. I went to the gym with my brother and my dad. It felt kind of natural. I just had a love for it. I feel like it got serious when I went from probably my 8th grade year to my freshman year. I knew Purdue was home for me because I just felt very comfortable when I got onto the campus and got around all the people and the team. They love me, I love them. And I'm just super excited to play with that group of girls and that group of coaches. Now I'm in here working out and it's helped me get stronger, so I know that's going to help building my muscle, being able to power through defenders, you get in the lane, be more confident, finishing at the basket through contacts. When you know you're in here putting the work in, it makes it easier for you to go on the court.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college. And so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better. I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Last year I was on JV and it was the last point of our Snyder match. I just went down and I couldn't move. I could not get back up. And I had torn my ACL, part of my meniscus, and then I also had severe bone bruising. It was kind of tough to just be I can't play volleyball and I really have to work to get back to where I was and try to be better and grow from there. Dr. Hartswell was the wonderful surgeon who did my knee, and for 2 months between my injury date and my surgery date, I went to TSM sports therapy, and I really got some great care before my surgery that would help me to be stronger afterward. for about 6.5 months after surgery. I was also with PSM just working to get back and be better. The exercises my physical therapist Will has are really geared toward like his individual patients, and it was just cool to see the different progressions from exercises that I would be doing. And I think that was a big part of like knowing where my progress was and knowing where I stood. There's nothing else that brings me as much joy as volleyball does. Just being able to confidently say I can do this move, or I can do this move, or I feel safe with my knee. I think that was when I really knew that I was like ready to get back out there.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Zollner Stadium. This is high school boys soccer here on SummitCitySports.com. I'm Thad Goff calling your play-by-play. Rob Hughes is the cameraman for tonight, and this is a matchup between the Concordia Cadets and the Northside Legends, the Cross Coliseum rivalry, if you will. That's right, Northside just about 5 minutes away from here at Concordia High School. Not necessarily Coliseum's not exactly halfway between the two schools, but it is in between the two schools. We're not very far from the Allen County War Memorial Coliseum, and neither is Northside High School. But Northside makes the 5-minute drive here to Concordia High School for this conference matchup between two SAC schools. It's not the opener for either school. It is the conference opener for the Northside Legends. They were defeated by Leo 5-0 back on Tuesday. That was at Leo High School. So Northside still looking for that first, not only first win of the season, still looking for their first home game of the season, but trying to get a win on the road before they go back home for their home opener for the year. In fact, on Saturday, they'll be on the road again when they face their arch rivals. Excuse me, that was originally the schedule. They were going to go to Southside on Saturday, but that's no longer the case. So they will not be going to Southside on Saturday. In fact, where will Northside be going for their next game? In case you're wondering, they're going to be going to Northrop. That'll be on the 25th, which is Monday. And then they'll be on the road again on September 2nd to take on Snyder. Now, Northside does have just a few players back from last year's team. One of them is Johnny A. Now, Johnny A. got to play for Fort Wayne FC. And I believe that was this past summer that he got to play for Fort Wayne FC. So he's a really good returning player that the Legends have. He scored 3 goals last year on a team that went 6-8-2. Now, when Northside played Concordia last year at Chambers Field, it was Concordia who won the game, but the final score there was 1-0. The game went into shootouts, was scoreless going into that shootout, and Concordia was able to get the win in the end over Northside. So we will see what happens with this matchup between these two teams. If I'm not mistaken, if this game were to be tied at the end of regulation, it would go into shootouts right away, if I'm not mistaken. Now for Concordia, they're also 0-1. They had a close loss right here at Zollner on Tuesday when they took on Bishop Luers, the defending champions of the SAC a year ago. Luers winning that one 1-0. That was also in PKs. The Luers Knights coming away with a victory there. They get 4 goals in the PK round. Concordia got 2. Ultimately, it's Luers who comes away with a victory there, handing Concordia their first loss of the season. Now, Concordia, is coming off a real good season last year, good enough that they made it to the state championship in Class 2A, and they're currently ranked number 1 in Class 2A, but you would think that that would change when the new rankings come out. The next time the new rankings do come out, which I think is Monday, but I could be wrong about that. But anyway, right now Concordia is ranked number 1, looking to get a win in their second game of the season against these Northside Legends. Concordia is missing a lot of key players from last year's team thanks to graduation. Of all the players they do return, Beckett Mollering was a leading scorer. He scored 7 goals a year ago and leading Concordia to what was genuinely a great season all the way to the state championship. And they do have a first-year starter in goalie. Ben Fowles getting the start in goalie. Did not start in the previous years of varsity play, but he's getting the start in goalie tonight, as he got the start in goalie as well on Tuesday night in the game against Bishop Luers. So certainly some new faces to the starting lineup for Concordia, but we do have the starters for both of these teams, so I'll go ahead and give them to you right now. And we'll start with the visiting Legends of Bishop Luers. Visiting Legends of Northside. Bishop Luers was here on Tuesday. But for the Legends, they've got Xavier Wright starting in goalie. Johnny A., the sophomore, starts as well. Miles Stockslager also getting the start, along with Jared Sanchez, Corinthians Carruthers, the senior, Michael Lynn, and Chris Sanchez getting the start as well today. Kusei Wa, the freshman, gets the chance to start, and Bowden Lodashinsky and Israel Toledo. Now, Toledo did score a goal last year as a sophomore. He's a junior now, coming into play this year. And also, I failed to mention, Salvador Quintana Perez is also getting the start today. Quintana Perez wears number 7. His brother Alfredo Quintana Perez also in the lineup, but not scheduled to start. For Concordia, the starters are Ben Fowles in goal. I mentioned him already. Tyler Deerheimer scored only 1 goal last year, but it was a key goal late in a regional semifinal game against Angola. Helped Concordia close out the Hornets right here at Zollner Stadium. Tyler Deerheimer, now a sophomore, getting a chance to start today, along with the junior Raphael Greener. They'll play a little bit of forward and midfield. Ian Kim gets the start as well, along with Theo Eggold, Michael Phelan, Luca Middendorf getting the start at defense. Beckett Mollering and Colin Johnson also getting the start today, and rounding out the lineup are Michael Bean and Noah Kim, the senior. Noah Kim is the brother of the sophomore Ian Kim. So those are the starters for both Concordia and Northside. Right now we're going to go ahead and get in a few words from our sponsors. Our sponsors, of course, allow us to do the games that we get to do right here on SummitCitySports.com week in and week out. Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. Like their Facebook pages for updated promotions, and enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steel Tire has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. At Ottenweller Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process from bid to build. Visit OttenwellerContracting.com. Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together we can reach the summit. Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. Specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. Visit tjwindustrial.com. The 12,000 Hoosier men and women, with Laborers District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana, we are LIUNA. Earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Today's broadcast is brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. Follow us on X at 260 Sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports, and be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Well, in just a little bit, we will have the playing of our national anthem along with the introduction of the starting lineups, and I believe we may even have a pregame prayer. We will be right back in just a matter of moments. You're watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Zollner Stadium, home of the Concordia Cadets. Concessions and bathrooms are located under the main.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Thank you for watching Summit City Sports. To help broaden our coverage, we're asking you to become a monthly sponsor to our Patreon account. We produce weekly highlights and live video broadcasts. When the Homestead Girls Golf Team won its first state title in program history, we were there. When Fort Wayne brought back 3 state titles in cross country, we were there. We believe in sharing positive stories and setting the standard for how high school sports should be covered. Join us and donate today.
May all the fans show good sportsmanship and maintain that spirit of sportsmanship throughout the game. Remind us that we are your creation, and may all that we do and say during this competition bring honor and glory to your name. In the name of Jesus we pray. Amen.
With that, we will have the national anthem. That will once again turn it over to our PA announcer, Matt Kono, as he introduces the starting lineups.
For the Northside Legends. Number 1, Xavier Wright. Number 2, Johnny I. Number 3, Miles Stockslager. Number 4, Jared Sanchez. Number 7, Salvador Quintana Perez. Number 10, Corinthians Carruthers. Number 17, Michael Lynn. Number 24, Israel Toledo. Number 19, Christopher Sanchez. Number 22, Kusei Hua. And number 23, Bodan Lodashinsky. And now the starting lineup for your Concordia Cadets. Number 1, Ben Foltz. Number 2, Tyler Durheimer. Number 3, Raphael Greener. Number 6, Ian Kim. Number 7, Theo Eggold. Number 8, Michael Phelan. Number 10, Luca Middendorf. Number 16, Beckett Mollering. Number 18, Colin Johnson. Number 24, Michael Bean. And number 30, Noah Kim. Our officials for this evening are Suleiman Abubakar, Yen Anderson, and Reese Silva.
Well, the starters have been introduced, and we're just about ready for soccer here at Zollner Stadium at Concordia High School. And again, for Northside, it was just a 5-minute drive from Northside High School. In fact, it's worth mentioning the girls' teams of Northside and Concordia, I believe, are also playing right now. That would be over at Northside High School at Chambers Field, which is where the boys played last year. Girls getting to play over there this year, and in all likelihood, the girls will play here when Northside plays Concordia, and the boys will play over at Northside when Concordia and Northside get together again in boys soccer. We do play two 40-minute halves in Indiana high school soccer, and I do believe that if either team gets to a 5-goal lead in the second half, the game goes to a running clock. In other words, any goals from there on out would not stop the clock. And if either team should go up by 9 goals, the game would be called with 20 minutes left. Should say if either team should be up by 9 with 20 minutes left in the game, then the game will be called. Looks like it's going to be Northside to take the opening kick. Northside in the road white, Concordia in the home red. The crimson red, if you will. And we're underway from Zollner Stadium. This SAC matchup, again, if we are tied at the end of regulation, they will go to penalty kicks. These teams went tied at the end of regulation last year at Chambers Field, and that went to penalty kicks. As Northside has it in their own zone, trying to move the ball. That's Stockslager who gets to it. Miles Stockslager. He's got Raphael Greener right on him. Northside able to keep the possession, trying to advance it. They will advance it. There are Cadettes back there, though, as Luca Middendorf lets that one roll close to the box and then sends it outside, but another possession here for the Legends. Stockslager on the back end. Sent that one right through the legs of his own teammate, Michael Lynn, and now Concordia gets a touch, but it's a short-lived one. Sanchez across midfield to Lynn. Northside controlling the ball early on in this one. A little through ball here, looking for Lynn. 2 Cadets back there, so some good defense by Concordia early on. But they've not been able to possess the ball for a very long time. Trying to change that right here. They get a little through ball to Beckett Mollering. Mollering has a chance, sends it up the field. That's Colin Johnson who has it scooped up in the box by Xavier Wright. And I beg your pardon, that's Xavier Wright. They don't pronounce the X in his name. It's just Xavier. Salvador Quintana Perez pushing. He gets it back. Quintana Perez will bring it across midfield. There's a touch for Johnny A. Johnny A, as I was told, got to play for Fort Wayne FC this past summer. Of course, they started in May, if I'm not mistaken. Got the chance to go to a FC game earlier this year with my cousin and her kids, 2 of her kids, one of whom plays soccer at Columbia City. Concordia going for a takeaway. They don't get it. That's Quintana Perez who gets to the ball for Northside, and now Concordia has crimson red shirts all around the ball. Across midfield to Greener. Greener with white shirts around him. Works his way around. Gets around A. Mollering trying to slip it off to Greener. That was Quintana Perez who got to it for Northside. That ball's deflected. Johnson gets a foot on it, and that ball's rolling out of bounds. And it will be Concordia's throw-in. Right in front of the box, and nearly kicked in by Northside. That would have been an own goal if that had gone in. And now a chance, and Concordia scores! It's Beckett Mollering who puts it in.
Concordia cadet goal by number 16, Beckett Mollering.
Beckett Mollering, who had 7 goals last year for Concordia, gets him on the board first, and we do hope to show you that replay here in just a second. I have to reset my clock as the ball's been put back in play. But Northside was looking to stop Concordia, and the Cadets get a goal out of it. They get a takeaway right in the Northside box, and the takeaway leads to a goal. Now the Legends looking to answer. Good push from behind there. That is Raphael Greener, the junior. This ball will travel all the way to Ben Fowles, and Fowles will not pick it up. That was in the box, so he could have picked it up. This one's going out of bounds. That's a goal kick coming for Concordia. One player I mentioned earlier was Luca Middendorf. If I'm not mistaken, he's the son of Concordia head girls soccer coach Micah Middendorf. You'll get a chance to see the Concordia girls this coming Saturday when they take on DeKalb. That will be right here at Zollner Stadium. Eggold sent it forward briefly. That's taken away by Johnny A. That's close to being a handball. It's not called. Noah Kim going after the ball. Ball still in the Concordia box, and they clear it. And here's a chance for Greener. Greener gets to the ball. He's got white shirts nearby, looking to push it ahead. Another chance. Shot. Knocked away and saved by Xavier Wright. Colin Johnson was pushing to try and make it 2-0, and Wright knocks it away. Had defenders in close to him, and now Wright may be hurt. He takes a glove off. We'll see if the official calls for time. It looks like they already have called for time. Clock is stopped with 35:16 left to go. We'll pause quickly on this injury timeout. You're watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
Ago, I was diagnosed with a 3rd-degree heart block. They had to put a pacemaker in my chest, and so once I had that surgery done and everything, I started at PSM and getting my shoulder mobility and my shoulder strength back, and now that I have that, making it even stronger than it was before and really spend the time that I need to be able to compete at the level that I want to compete at. I've been in the pool since I was 6 years old. It's not an easy sport to just pick up and start doing.
We're going to come back to the action. No break was needed in the end. It looks like Xavier Wright is okay. And now Northside's got a chance. Trying to get it ahead to Michael Lynn. Greener going after it. He sends it ahead. Little header there by the Legends. That's going to be a throw-in for Northside. It goes off of Greener after the kick by Chris Sanchez. Northside's controlled the ball really well, but Concordia, when they get it, they've shown that they can go quick. That was Ian Kim trying to go quick. He got the takeaway. Sends it backwards to Noah Kim. That's Ian's brother. And Noah Kim surrounded by white shirts, and the Legends take it away. Israel Toledo looked like he got a foot on it. Northside had possessed the ball in their own box when Concordia got their goal, and then Concordia scored off the takeaway. Greener in pursuit, and this is going out of bounds. Throw-in coming for the Cadets. Looking for Greener. Long throw-in. Stockslager is there. He keeps it alive, not for long, though. That's Theo Eggold who gets a foot on it, and another throw-in for Concordia. That throw-in goes long. They were looking for Kim. And that's going to stay in bounds, I think. Nope, it does go out. And the throw-in will go to Concordia. We're in the 7th minute. It was in the 4th minute when Concordia got their lone goal. The goal coming from Beckett Mollering, who had 7 last year. So whether or not we have PKs tonight remains to be seen. We know we will not go scoreless into PKs. Johnny A. across midfield. Another little takeaway by Concordia and looking to push again. We got a whistle, and I think this foul's going on Concordia. Tyler Deerheimer, the sophomore, was going after that ball. Deerheimer had a key goal late in last year's regional semifinal win against Angola. That was his only goal of the season. The assist came from his brother Max Deerheimer. Here's Greener on the near side. Greener in traffic, working through that traffic, trying to keep control, not for long. I think that was Sanchez who knocked it away for the Legends. Ball continues to change hands, and I mean that figuratively here. Almost a collision there at midfield between Kim and Quintana Perez. This ball's going to bounce toward the end line, and it's going out of bounds. This should be a goal kick for Northside, and it will. Wright's got it set up. Was a little injury scare earlier, but whatever Wright was dealing with, it looks like he's got it figured out, and he's going to stick it out. And a chance here for Lynn as he races toward the ball. This ball wanders into the box, and Foles is there to scoop it up. I think I may have to correct myself. I believe it's Fowles. Ben Fowles is the goalie. That's going to go out of bounds off the foot of Theo Eggold. Not sure if Theo is related to Thomas Eggold, who used to coach soccer here at Concordia High School. The name Eggold is in some ways synonymous with Concordia High School. Josh Eggold used to coach the basketball team. He had a son named Sam who played basketball here. Another ball sent into the north side zone. Is that going to stay in? It does just long enough as Stockslager gets to it. That's going to go off north side. Throw in for Concordia as it goes off of Quintana Perez. Long throw in. That was close to being a handball. I think Greener might have gotten it with his chest, so I think it's all good. The officials say it's all good. Nice little footwork there, Johnny A. Stockslager to his left. Greener giving him trouble. Now, Northside's been able to possess the ball, but most of those possessions have been in their own zone. Here's another chance. Mollering gets the ball. Oh, what a save! Right-handed stop. Xavier Wright. Had to reach away from his body, and now we got a man down. Time has been called. I think that's Kusei Wa, who's down right in front of the goal. Well, we will take an injury timeout here on SummitCitySports.com.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Now I'm in here working out, and it's helping me get stronger, so I know that's going to help building my muscle, being able to power through defenders, get in the lane, be more confident, finishing at the basket through contacts. When you know you're in here putting the work in, it makes it easier for you to go on the court.
Well, Kusewa being helped up by Jacob Van Loo, the trainer, but he's hesitant to put any weight on that left leg of his. Let's show you this replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. This was a heck of a save. Mollering, who has a goal already in this game, and that's a clean play. No offsides there. Xavier Wright, not worried about the offsides. He reaches down and snags it with his right hand, had to reach away from his body to get that save. Incredible play by Wright. And just think, if he doesn't get that save, Concordia had a man right in front of the goal. I think it was Johnson. Here comes Concordia again. Northside quick to react. That's Dierheimer working his way to the outside, running out of room. Did they keep it in? I don't think so. This is going to be a goal kick for the Legends, as we're now in the 11th, make that the 12th minute. Concordia 0-1, Northside 0-1. Concordia lost in PKs to Lures on Tuesday. Northside also lost on Tuesday. That was on the road at Leo, a 5-0 defeat for these Legends. As this ball bounces all the way to the sideline, it's kept in by Michael Bean, the sophomore. Deflected forward. Looked like Toledo had a chance at it, but Concordia gets it going the other way. Johnson trying to corral the ball, and Concordia eventually works this one over to Theo Eggold. Eggold into the box. The header right at Xavier Wright. They tried to set it up, but Wright was in good position. 13th minute here at Zollner Stadium, and a good long punt. The header goes backwards, and now a chance for Northside. That's a legal play there. I think that's Michael Lynn going for the ball. No offsides. Waited for the ball to get by the defender before he made his break. And this will be a free kick for the Cadets. Kept in play for now. A little contact there as that ball gets deflected. Northside quick to it again. I think that's Johnny A going after it. He gets tripped. They will play on. The Legends fans probably don't like the call there. Concordia will not score here as that ball's scooped up by Xavier Wright, and he flips it out to Stockslager. He's got Greener on him. Greener has done yeoman's work defensively on Stockslager. Johnson, or was that Mollering in pursuit? That was Mollering. Beckett Mollering, number 16. You've got 16 and 18, both with blonde hair. That makes it even harder. Michael Lynn gets a touch. So too does Toledo, Israel Toledo. A little trip there. Looked incidental. They'll play on. Greener gets to the ball. Sends it ahead for Eggold. Eggold has it deflected. Whistles blow. We may have a corner kick, I think. I thought it was going to be a foul, but it looks like the call is going to be corner kick, and it will be Concordia who gets the corner. Nope, it's going to be a free kick just outside the box. Not really a penalty kick. Noah Kim will put it in play. Beckett Mollering has the game's lone goal. Kim trying to set up a header. They score! Colin Johnson!
Concordia Cadet goal by number 18, Colin Johnson.
And he's stomping in celebration. Well, they set it up right off the free kick, and we'll show it to you here on the replay, brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Kim sets it up. Johnson puts it home, and Concordia goes up 2-0 over the Northside Legends. They're cross Coliseum rivals, if you will. Legends trying to answer. That one makes it all the way out to Miles Stockslager. Michael Lynn goes backwards. Kevin Mackey certainly knew the challenge that Northside presented. Both these teams have longtime head coaches running the programs. Kevin Mackey's in his 25th year leading Concordia. Joe Carter is in his 15th year as the head coach at Northside. Legends get it close to the box, right near the end line. Shot, and there are Cadet defenders there. Toledo gets a touch, flag goes up, and this will be a free kick for Concordia. It's the 16th minute here at Zollner Stadium. Concordia leading 2-0. Goals from Beckett Mollering and Colin Johnson. I think that was Preston Mackey who got a foot on the ball. That's the son of Kevin Mackey. He wears number 9. He's a sophomore. This ball will go out of bounds, and the throw-in goes to Northside. Eggold. Backward pass to Ian Kim. Trying to get it through traffic to Greener. Little contact there on the far side. Throw in will go to Northside, I think. That looked like the signal, and now they're giving it to Concordia. Kim slows down. Has it taken away. That's Johnny A. who makes the play for Northside. Taken right back by Kim. Kim couldn't get it through the traffic, but he stayed with it, but Wright will scoop that one up. Xavier Wright has done a good job in between the pipes so far. Now, yes, he has given up 2 goals. One of those was on a well-set-up header on a free kick. The other one was a ball that deflected off a couple of guys and was stolen away by Beckett Mollering, who took it for the goal. That one may have gone out of bounds, and the throw-in goes to Concordia. Check that. It's a free kick. It was a foul against Northside. So a long kick up the field beyond the reach of Greener. Greener stays with it. He's played well on defense tonight. That's Preston Mackey who tries to get it to Greener. And the Legends take it away, but Concordia is on it. Quick pass to Kim. And Ian Kim sends it backwards. Long through ball, looking for Greener. And looked like he waited just long enough. Can he get to it in time? He kept it in and snagged away by Wright. Another impressive save by Xavier Wright. Ball got loose for a moment as Michael Lynn tries to get to it. This is out off Concordia. Throw in for Northside. Concordia's bus has made it back here. I wonder if that's the golf team or the tennis team. Could be the girls' soccer team. I thought they were playing around the same time as the boys. I could have been wrong on that. But if that's the girls' team coming back, then we've got a final. Could just be the JV team coming back from Northside. That's a short ride, though. You almost don't even need to take the bus from Concordia to Northside. It's just a 5-minute ride. Could have the kids carpool. And now here come the cadets again. I think that's Mackey pushing down the field, looking for the cross, and that's cleared away. Boy, Wright was right in front of that ball. I think that was Johnny A. I'm not sure who it was, but whoever it was would have been better served to let that one go and just let Wright scoop it up and punt it the other way. As it is, it's a corner kick for Concordia. Noah Kim will take the corner. He took the corner kick last time Concordia had one of those. That was from the opposite side of the field. Sends it high. Knocked away by Wright. And cleared by the Legends. Looked like Mackey had a chance at a header. And that is girls soccer players. Meanwhile, here's another chance for Concordia. Cleared over the goal, or maybe even past the goal by Northside. Another corner kick coming up. Just about to say those are girls soccer players returning. I'm not sure if those are the JV players or the varsity players. Either way, somebody just got finished up over at Chambers Field. And I think Greener didn't really get in the position he wanted to. Lynn plays it well. That was Ian Kim going after the ball. Meanwhile, I think we got a foul on Concordia, so this will go back to Northside. Kennedy Yoke Lopez and Eric Mendez check in for Northside. That's redirected by Kim, Ian Kim, and this ball's going out. Throw in for the Legends. Throw in goes short, kept alive by Stockslager. Greener knocks it out. That'll be another throw in for the Legends. Stockslager will take it again. He flips it ahead. Mackey gets a touch. A sends it ahead, and it's just crimson red shirts back there. That ball will roll a long way. Ben Fowles will scoop it just as it crosses into the box. You're probably familiar with the rule. The goalie is the only player who's allowed to touch the ball with his hands, but he can only touch it with his hands if the ball is inside the box. I think that's Carson Raypole going after the ball. He's a freshman. Where's number 5? This will be a throw-in for Concordia. .23rd minute here at Zollner Stadium. Looking for Greener. It goes past him. Here's Stockslager. He sends it backward. Greener cleared out just in time by Wright. There was nothing else he could do. Greener was in hot pursuit. As we get a whistle, this is on Concordia. Like I said, Greener was in hot pursuit. And Wright had no other option but to kick that ball away with authority. Did lead to a throw-in, but has not led to a goal for Concordia. Even though they do lead 2-0, this will be a throw-in for Concordia by Theo Eggold. Greener. He's been all around the ball tonight. A little between the legs kick, but it's a takeaway for the Legends. And another takeaway there, this time by Rapole, the freshman. Eggold trying to feed Mackey. Preston Mackey working his way around Northside defenders. Deflected by Eggold, and Wright will get to it. Xavier Wright, Johnny on the spot. That goes across midfield as the Cadets wait on it. Header goes back across midfield from Luka Middendorf. And the Cadets push again. Wright comes out, knocks it away, and he'll clear it. And I thought for a second that ball was headed onto Masucci Field. Again, that was just about all you could ask Xavier Wright to do. That was either Mollering or Johnson who was pushing and looking for a fast break goal, and Wright came running out, knocked it away, and when that ball got close to the edge of the box, all he could do was kick it out, which he did. That shot goes wide right. I think that was Greener who took the shot for Concordia. Check that. I believe that was Deerheimer, Tyler Deerheimer. Younger brother of Max Deerheimer, who was the second leading scorer on this team a year ago. Low line driver. Kim. Keeps pushing. Leaves it outside. That's deflected. Who's the throw-in going to? It's going to Northside. Another one out of bounds. This one's going to Concordia. And of course, one of the things when you come to Zollner Stadium is typically, well, not typically, you're always going to have Masucci Field in the background. That's where Concordia plays their high school baseball games as Northside looks to push. We've got a whistle. It might be offsides, though I didn't see that anybody actually was offsides. Meanwhile, Masucci Field is named after Jack Masucci, former Concordia head baseball coach. He's in the Concordia High School Hall of Fame, as well as the Northeast Indiana Baseball Hall of Fame and the Indiana Baseball Hall of Fame. So he's well known and well respected, not just in Northeast Indiana, not just here at Concordia, but in the state of Indiana as a whole. That ball gets deflected by Luka Middendorf. This one's going out of bounds, and a throw-in coming for the Legends. Miles Stockslager, the junior, throws it in, and that's off of him. Concordia will take over. So we get a stray ball that gets either kicked or tossed onto the field one way or another. They've got it off. That's Jacob Boltemeyer, the junior, who throws it in for Concordia. Middendorf. Ike Eggold has it taken away. Concordia gets back on defense. Not to mix up my sports here, that sounds a lot like basketball terminology. That ball will go out, throw-in coming up for Northside. There were a couple of really good basketball players at St. Paul Middle School, St. Paul's Lutheran Middle School, that I do believe ended up coming to Concordia. Guys like Lindani Baker and Denzel Barr. I think those guys played JV last year for Concordia. Now, St. Paul also had Chance DeRosset, who was their leading scorer his 8th grade year. He ended up going to Wayne. He'll be a sophomore there this year. I got to see Chance play down at Hoosier Gym where they filmed the movie Hoosiers. When St. Paul beat St. Vincent de Paul. Header gets deflected and saved. Ben Fowles catches the deflection. Deerheimer was looking to break it, but Northside takes it away. Kennedy Yoke-Lopez has it for the Legends. He sends it across midfield. That ball gets loose. Eggold gets to it. Eggold trying to push through traffic. The traffic lane shuts down, but Concordia gets it back. They'll reset it as we're at the 30th minute here at Zollner Stadium. Whistles blow. That's going the other way. Looks like a free kick coming for Northside. There's one thing that's different about here at Zollner Stadium compared to East Noble, where I was on Tuesday. We're on the opposite side from where the team's benches are. At East Noble, the press box was right behind the team benches. Not so here at Zollner. Inside 10 minutes to go here at Zollner Stadium in the first half. Header goes back the other way, and that's going out of bounds. Throw in for Concordia. Jacob Boltemeyer will handle it.
Reporting for Concordia, number 16, Beckett Mollering.
Beckett Mollering's back in the game. He scored the game's first goal. Throw-in goes to Mollering. Ike Eggold trying to regain control. Northside pushing.
Number 17, Michael Lynn. Number 21.
This one's going to go out off of Northside. Concordia will get the throw in. 8:41 and counting left in this first half. Up to Noah Kim. He has a little collision. That goes across midfield. Mackey, check that Raypole. Carson Raypole racing towards it. He's got Stockslager right in front of him. Knocked out of bounds. Not quite out of bounds, though. I thought that's where it was headed, and now it is out. And it will be a corner kick for Concordia. Raphael Greener will come in. Greener's been all over the ball today. He's mostly played here on the near side of the field, but when he gets a chance to get a touch, he goes after it, and when he's defending people, he does it well. Left-footed kick. They go for a header again. Concordia scored on one of those earlier. That was Colin Johnson who got that goal. This one's out of bounds. We'll look to check in on some scores around the area. Scores of games that are going on Summit City Sports. Dwinger's playing Leo right now over at Leo High School. Looks like Bishop Dwinger's got a 2-1 lead over there. And yes, that is the case. That game's got 11 and a half minutes to go. Greener with a chance. That ball goes off of him and outside the box. This throw-in will go to Northside. Takeaway by Concordia. Johnson has that one go long, and I don't think that one even went through the uprights. Either way, it went longer than he wanted it to. Goal kick coming for the Legends. Homestead and Leo are playing volleyball tonight. We've got 2 announcer crews over at Leo High School. We've got Joe Northern calling the volleyball game. And I believe Eli Lawrence is calling the soccer game. Meanwhile, Concordia with a chance. That ball gets deflected. Wright was about to get to it. I'd say it goes just as well, but Concordia takes it right back. Got white shirts all around. And Wright will slide in and scoop it up. Xavier Wright boots that one a long way across midfield. Wright has fielded his position well today, even though his team is down 2. A takeaway from underneath. That's Ian Kim. Little through ball. Northside's ready for it. Stockschlager lost it for a moment. He gets it back. Gets it through traffic. But again, Concordia's there on the defensive end. Fouls will boot it toward the sideline. Header across midfield. Can Johnson get to it? He almost kept it in. Instead, it's going to be Northside who gets a throw in, or is it a free kick? Wright's bringing that ball all the way to, now he's going to back it up. It will be a throw-in. The way Wright was walking it over, I thought that was going to be a free kick for Northside. Instead, it turns into a throw-in. And now the Cadets push again. Through ball to Greener. Greener with some footwork. He finds Eggold, just got it to him. Eggold stays with it. Michael Phelan has it knocked away. That's a corner kick coming for Concordia. And while that Homestead-Leo volleyball game is in set number 2, Leo leads 1-0, but in set number 2, Homestead leads 14-5. So the Spartans looking to even up that match. Left-footed strike in front of the box, and that one comes out. Looking for Kim. Noah Kim, the senior. Working his way along that end line. Not much room there. He kept it in, but Northside was ready for it. That goes out. Northside will get this throw in. That wasn't quite a bicycle kick, but Eggold did kick it over his own shoulder. Little push from behind, and we're going to get a call. That's Michael Lynn who came in from behind. And this will be a free kick for Concordia as Beckett Mollering sets it up inside what is technically the 30-yard line. Of course, the soccer and football teams share a field here at Concordia. A lot of these teams in the area used to not share the fields with the football teams. They used to play over at Krieger Park in New Haven. I believe Snyder still plays over there. But when they open their new football stadium, that stadium will be used for soccer and track as well as football. Greener trying to play some keep away from Kennedy Yoke Lopez. He gets it through traffic. This is Mollering in front of the net. I think he was trying to set up Johnson. That was Johnson, and Johnson got tangled up. This goes out off Concordia. Throw-in coming for Northside. Concordia's had some chances to pad their lead here in the first half as we're inside the 38th minute. Kim able to take it away. Try to get it back to Kim, and that'll go out. That ball goes out. This will be Northside's throw-in. Trying to get a look at these numbers for Northside. My apologies. I'm Not always getting a good read on Northside's numbers as Concordia sends it the other way. This one's going to roll a long way. And they send it back to Xavier Wright. Wright with a long boot. Wright has done a lot of good work between those pipes for Northside. Left footer kicked out of the box by the Legends. That's a long shot, and that's going long. I think that was Camden Canablo who took the shot for Concordia, number 20 in crimson red, as Xavier Wright will set it up with this goal kick. 26 seconds left. Can Northside get something before the half? That's going to be Northside's throw-in, but just 16 seconds left. Quick throw-in. Johnny A. He sends it out. This will be Concordia's throw-in, and they may just take their sweet time getting the ball thrown in. We're down to 2 seconds. We're not going to have time for a throw-in. The clock runs out.
Your score at halftime for Concordia Cadets 2, Northside Legends 0.
Well, the Concordia Cadets lead it 2-0. It's been kind of a fun battle. Both teams going quick up and down the field. The ball continues to trade hands, but it's Concordia who leads it 2-0 as we go to halftime. You're watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com.
You'll have access to a robust network of specialists and cutting-edge coordinated care.
Spent countless hours of time in the pool, countless hours in here, making my body stronger, and it's been kind of like a mental thing too, just telling myself like you're fast enough to be able to compete with those girls that are at other Division I schools that I'll be competing against next year. It was like a big decision of like where I was going to go to school, and Valpo was a great experience on my first initial visit, and then once I met some of the teammates at an invitational that I went and watched, they were also just super inviting. The ability to be able to further my swim career and the equipment that I'm able to use at Valpo, I think can help me make really big strides. 18 months ago, I was diagnosed with a third-degree heart block. They had to put a pacemaker in my chest, and so once I had that surgery done and everything, I started at PSM and getting my shoulder mobility and my shoulder strength back, and now that I have that, making it even stronger than it was before and really spend the time that I need to be able to compete at the level that I want to compete at. I've been in the pool since I was 6 years old. It's not an easy sport to just pick up and start doing, but if you have the dedication to do it, you can do it just fine.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
I moved down here when I was younger. I went to the gym with my brother and my dad. It felt kind of natural. I just had a love for it. I feel like it got serious when I went from probably my 8th grade year to my freshman year. I knew Purdue was home for me because I just felt very comfortable when I got onto the campus and got around all the people and the team. They love me, I love them. And I'm just super excited to play with that group of girls and that group of coaches. Now I'm in here working out and it's helped me get stronger, so I know that's going to help building my muscle, being able to power through defenders, get in the lane, be more confident, finishing at the basket through contacts. When you know you're in here putting the work in, it makes it easier for you to go on the court.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
It was after a bad game in 8th grade. I decided that I was going to try my best to, be able to earn a scholarship and play in college. And so I'm really excited for it. Once you come here for a while, you have all the experience. I feel like I'm getting a lot stronger, especially in basketball-specific positions. I feel like I'm able to move better. I'm more flexible, able to run faster, jump higher, and just stronger overall. So then, when you go back to your school, you can take that experience, to help you prevent injuries when you're doing your own weight training with your own school.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Last year I was on JV, and it was the last point of our Snyder match. I just went down, and I couldn't move. I could not get back up, and I had torn my ACL, part of my meniscus, and then I also had severe bone bruising. It was kind of tough to just be I can't play volleyball, and I really have to work to get back to where I was and try to be better and grow from there. So Dr. Hartswell was the wonderful surgeon who did my knee, and for 2 months between my injury date and my surgery date, I went to PSM Sports Therapy, and I really got some great care before my surgery that would help me to be stronger afterwards. For about 6.5 months after surgery, I was also with PSM just working to get back and be better. The exercises my physical therapist Will has are really geared toward his individual patients, and it was just cool to see the different progressions from exercises that I would be doing. And I think that was a big part of knowing where my progress was and knowing where I stood. There's nothing else that brings me as much joy as volleyball does. Just being able to confidently say I can do this move, or I can do this move, or I feel safe with my knee. I think that was when I really knew that I was ready to get back out there.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Well, it's been a fun game so far. Concordia with a 2-0 lead over Northside in the Cross Coliseum rivalry. The Allen County War Memorial Coliseum, not too far from these two schools. It's probably not quite halfway between Concordia and Northside, but very close, as these two schools are about 5 minutes away from each other. Well, here are the two goals that Concordia has scored, the only two goals that anybody has scored. The first one, give credit to Raphael Greener. Not only does he get to this ball, has to turn around, make a quick kick, and somehow he's able to find Beckett Mollering, who comes charging in for the Cadets' first goal of the game, and they lead at 1-0 with that goal. And then on a free kick just outside the box, Noah Kim sets up Colin Johnson for the header. puts it in that bottom left corner, and Concordia goes up 2-0. But even with Concordia being on top, we have seen yeoman's work between the pipes from Xavier Wright. Give you an example of that here as the Cadets were pushing. You're going to see Mollering gets this ball, and Wright stretches out that right hand, and if he doesn't do that, then Colin Johnson at least has a chance to redirect it in. Would not have been an easy shot, but it would have potentially made this a 3-0 lead for the Concordia Cadets. Here's another example of some of Xavier Wright's play in between the pipes. As Concordia was pushing again. Again, Rafael Greener has really been all around the ball, and this time Wright comes out and reaches out to get the save right in front of a couple of pursuing Cadets. Keeps it a 2-0 lead for Concordia. That's where we remain as Concordia and Northside make their way out onto the field. We've had 10 minutes worth of halftime, and now about 30 seconds left until halftime gets done, but who knows, they may start it a little bit earlier. Teams will switch sides. Concordia will now look to defend the goal that faces Anthony Boulevard, and Northside will look to score on the goal that faces the Zollner tennis courts. I should say Concordia will look to score on the goal that faces Anthony Boulevard. Anthony Boulevard runs right between the Zollner Athletic Complex and the main campus of Concordia High School. That's right, we're just across the street from Concordia's main campus. Got Masucci Field out behind behind Zollner Stadium. Zollner tennis courts next to the football stadium and the baseball stadium, and on the other side of the tennis courts is where the softball team plays. I think the holdup there was we were waiting for Xavier Wright to get out on the field and in between the pipes, but he's back out there now. It's kind of hard to believe. Xavier Wright's done his job in the goal so far today. The holdup continues, and now the second half is underway. Long kick. Wright gets to it. He'll boot it away. And is that a handball? Nope. Call's going to go against Northside. And wasting no time at all is Luca Middendorf with that free kick. Is that Mollering who ducked out of the way? That ball's kicked out of bounds, and it will be a throw-in for Concordia. Pushing toward the ball is Eggold, and he couldn't get there in time. This will be a goal kick for the Legends, as Xavier Wright will set it up. These two teams went to penalty kicks last year. They were scoreless going into penalty kicks. We won't have a scoreless game going into penalty kicks, but that doesn't mean we won't be going into PKs. Here's Greener on the run. That's deflected and going out. Corner kick coming. Noah Kim has been the one handling the corner kicks for Concordia tonight, and he'll handle them again here. Left-footed strike. Header. Bounces toward the end line, and it will go out. And I think the call is goal kick, or is it? People are backing up, but they're not going very far. It's a corner kick. I think that's Johnson handling the corner kick for Concordia. He sends it high, and that one goes long. Greener gets to it. That's going out. This will be a goal kick for Northside. 43rd minute here at Zollner Stadium. These teams are looking for their first win of the season. Northside lost 5-0 to Leo back on Tuesday. Concordia lost in PKs to Lures also on Tuesday. There's a takeaway by the Legends. And a little contact there. Michael Kinn was looking for Israel Toledo. Check that, Michael Lynn, not Kinn. He was looking for Israel Toledo. Couldn't quite get it to him. So the Legends go for the takeaway. This ball's knocked out, and I think that's off north side. It's actually going to be a free kick. We had a foul on the Legends. So Concordia gets to put it in play. Low line driver. That gets across midfield. Greener pushing. And I think that was Lynn right there with him. This ball's kicked out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Concordia. That is Michael Phelan who throws it in. And that one's out of bounds. They're going to say off north side. Interesting call there. I thought that went off Concordia. Greener pushing. That one's definitely off north side. .44th minute here at Zollner Stadium. The throw-in goes long, and it's scooped up by Xavier Wright. And for a moment there, he was running like a running back with the ball in his hand. Of course, being the goalie, he's allowed to carry the ball. Did they just get a handball? I think they did. That's going to be against the Legends. Free kick for Concordia. Looking for Johnson. Greener's there too. Greener battling for it with Lynn. Strike that. I think he was battling for it with Kusei Wah. Wah was hobbling earlier in this ball game. That was on one of Xavier Wright's impressive saves. He's had a number of those tonight. That one's going all the way to the sideline. Throw-in coming for Concordia. Phelan puts it in play. Greener trying to chase down the ball, and he cannot. He kicks that a long way. I think that's where the junior ROTC guys here at Concordia do their training, out beyond that fence. Left-footed strike. One goes off Mollering. Legends look to get a takeaway and bring it the other way. Try to get the through ball, and that's cleared back across midfield. That's going out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Northside. Cadets take it away. That ball gets deflected by Salvador Quintana Perez. Quintana Perez goes for it. He eventually, almost gets it. Concordia still battling for the ball. I think Sanchez was battling for it as well. Chris Sanchez on the north side end of the field. And there's a takeaway by the Legends. That's Sanchez. Sanchez with a shot. And Fowles will scoop it up. Ben Fowles, the junior, his first starting season as a goalie. First season as a starting goalie, I mean. Michael Phelan battles for the ball. Here's Greener. He's had a nose for the soccer ball tonight, but that time a little miscommunication between him and Mollering. Michael Lynn gets a touch. Lynn working his way inside. He'll send it towards midfield. Cadets are there. That was Theo Eggold who got the takeaway. Dierheimer up the field. Eggold racing. And Xavier Wright hops right over it as he lets that ball go out of bounds. Goal kick coming for Northside. Check on some other scores from around the area here in just a second. We've got Homestead at Leo tonight in volleyball, and the Leo boys soccer team is also playing Bishop Dwenger. Both those games, by the way, are at Leo as this ball goes out of bounds. And Leo will be a happening place tomorrow night. High school football opener as the Lions take on Bishop Luers. Bishop Luers made it all the way to the state championship. Now, Leo did not win their conference, but still had a really good year, and they actually beat Luers head-to-head in the regular season. That was at Bishop Luers. Now they're coming to Leo. That will be a happening place tomorrow night. But Luers is trying to spoil the party for the Lions faithful. Well, Homestead and Leo are tied at one set apiece, with Leo now leading in set number 3. Salvador Quintana Perez has the ball set up. He's going to take a free kick here in the 49th minute. Into the box. Legends look for a header. They don't get the header, but they get the shot off, and that's scooped up by Fowles right before it goes out of bounds. There's still a lot of soccer left to be played, but so far that's the best chance Northside's had this half. Mollering has it knocked away. Legends take over. To the near side for Lynn. Michael Lynn. The defender right in front of him. That's Phelan. Lynn goes for the cross. Northside trying to change the momentum. Good battle for the ball. I think that's Toledo, Israel Toledo battling for it, but Concordia takes it away. A little trip there. Middendorf goes down. Incidental trip, they'll play on. Greener through traffic. Greener picking up speed. He looks for the through ball, nobody home, except for Xavier Wright. And Wright boots that one across midfield. That'll bounce over the head of Michael Bean, and it will be scooped up by Fowles. Well, Fowles getting a little bit more action here in the second half. Meanwhile, over at Leo High School, the Lions boys soccer team down 2-1 to Bishop Dwenger. Leo girls soccer team got blown out by Homestead 11-0 on Monday. Ball gets loose, and Johnny A gets a touch. Through traffic, here come the Legends. Quintana Perez with a man on him. That's taken away by Phelan, but taken right back by Quintana Perez. Look for a second as though Sanchez needed to tie his shoe. This ball's out of bounds. It's going to stay with Northside. Well, Northside putting some pressure on Concordia. They haven't yet scored here in the second half. If they continue to push the ball like this, that might change. But now Concordia looking to go the other way. This ball gets loose, and Xavier Wright's getting that one. That was off the foot of Quintana Perez, and this one's going out. Throw in for Concordia. Phelan will throw it in. He'll throw it across midfield to Michael Bean. Middendorf across midfield. Cadets keep pushing. That ball's going to roll out, and it will be a throw-in for Concordia. Check that. It'll be a corner kick for Concordia. Noah Kim has handled most of the Concordia corner kicks. It looks like he's handling this one too. Left-footed strike. trying to set up Mollering, and that one goes long. Well, on a free kick, Kim set up Colin Johnson, who scored on a header. Did that one go off north side? I think it did. It's going to be another corner kick for Concordia. Now, there's a lot of time left to be played. If you've got the lead, one of the benefits of these corner kicks is time ticks off the clock even as you're getting the ball set. Right in front of the goal, that's redirected. In some traffic, the shot. That might be good if this were football, as it went right through the upright, or at least it appeared to from my vantage point. But this is a different kind of football. This is the pitch, not the gridiron. Even though the football and soccer teams do share the field here at Concordia. Might have even noticed the track that goes around the field. Oh, a chance for Concordia. That was Deerheimer. He went down in frustration. He thought he had a takeaway goal. Might give you another look at that one here in just a second. These teams are going quick. And we will give you another look at that one. The replays are brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Pay attention. Deerheimer coming in quick, and he thought he had a goal but put it wide of the net. Meanwhile, we got to get back to the action. Northside's coming down the field. This is Michael Lynn with the ball. He gets it to Johnny A. A sends it all the way across the field. Try to get it through traffic. That was Stockslager who had it knocked away by Concordia. Now here come the Cadets. This ball's going out of bounds right to the Concordia bench, and Concordia will get the throw in. But Northside is right there. I think that was A who got to the ball. Greener sends it into the box, but that's going to be an easy stop for Xavier Wright. That's going out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Michael Phelan. Greener chasing. He'll run out of room. And again, I'll be back here on Saturday as Concordia's girls soccer team takes on DeKalb. Concordia girls are either playing Northside right now or they're done playing them right now. There's a bus of Concordia soccer players that came back. I'm not sure if that was the JV team or the varsity team. Quick throw in. It's a very short drive from here to Northside, though. It's going to be a foul on Northside. I think they're going to give that one to Michael Lynn. Carson Rapole will check in for Concordia. Preston Mackey comes in as well. We have all kinds of high school football for you tomorrow night, including Lewers versus Leo. That'll be Jeff Mahoney on the call over there at Leo High School. We'll have East Noble versus Wayne. Tim Atkinson has the call over at Wayne High School. We'll have Warsaw versus Snyder. Eli Lawrence has the call there at Spooler Stadium. I will be at New Haven as the Bulldogs take on Northrop. Steve Orth will be at Northside as the Legends take on Northridge. This ball goes out of bounds. It'll be a throw-in for Northside. Northridge usually has a really good team, but Northside's got talent on their football team this year. Plenty of it. Eric Mendez will check in for Northside along with Kennedy Yoke Lopez. Legends will throw it in. 57th minute here at Zollner Stadium. And that goes off of Preston Mackey before it goes out of bounds. Check that. That's Rapole. Carson Rapole who knocks it out. Kennedy Yoke Lopez sends it across midfield. Concordia takes it away. The Legends are there. I believe that's Emmanuel Vivar who gets the ball. Now here comes Concordia. That goes over the Concordia bench and bounces off the fence right in front of the visiting stands, where there are probably about 8 people. And no, I did not say there's 8 people at this game, but in the stands on the opposite side of the field, there's only about 8 people. Goal kick coming up for Xavier Wright. He's had a great game in the box. Does have the 2 goals surrendered, but he's made some tough saves, made the plays he's needed to make to keep his team in this ball game. Up ahead to Johnson. Johnson through traffic to Mollering. Check that, it's Mackey. Preston Mackey, and that's knocked out of bounds by Northside. Throw-in coming for the Cadets. A little contact and a whistle. Free kick coming up for Concordia. Left-footed shot, and that's going long. Beckett Mollering and Colin Johnson have the 2 Concordia goals. We remain at a 2-0 score. Meanwhile, Leo has tied things up against Bishop Dwenger. That game's knotted up at 2 apiece. Jackson Thorpe checks in for Northside. And Xavier Wright boots that one away. Looking for Lynn. It's off of Lynn. Eric Mendez going for it for Northside. Michael Bean gets back there and fouls. Will boot it towards midfield. Looking for Raypole. Mollering sends it across the field. Legends will go for the takeaway. They'll get it. That's Mendez who gets a touch. Gets it over to Thorpe. Jackson Thorpe. And now Concordia gets it back. But that's going out, and a throw-in coming up for Northside. Raypole sends it ahead. Check that. That was Mackey who sends it ahead, and Raypole, I know it was Mackey going for the ball in the box. Raypole tried to set him up, but Wright gets to it. That's a long, high punt. Went about 15 yards beyond midfield. Bean. Working his way backwards. Kim. Across midfield, that's Mackey, Preston Mackey, and he has it taken away. Legends get it right back, and this one, is it staying in? No, it's out. Concordia gets the throw in. Mackey trying to keep it in play. Mackey almost lost it. The cross cleared out by Northside. That was Theo Eggold going for the ball, and now Concordia gets to it. Little push by the Cadets. They try to get it through to Kim, and Northside takes it away. Kim. Makes a move to his left. A defender in pursuit. He gets it over to Bean. Bean, well defended. That's going to go out off of Northside. Went out off of Kennedy Yoke Lopez. And Concordia gets the throw in. Mackey back there. He had it for a moment, and now Northside takes over. 63rd minute here at Zollner Stadium. Bean. Kim has the ball for Concordia. Across midfield. Cadets have a chance. That's Mollering back toward the middle for Johnson. Johnson trying to set up Mackey. That ball's kicked away from him, headed toward the sideline, stays in, and a little collision there from Raypole. I thought that went off Concordia. Thought we might even get a foul on Concordia, but that's not what we get. Now the whistles are going to blow right after the Ian Brown throw-in. Oh, we've got a man down. Northside player is hurt with 16:40 to go. Clock has been stopped. He gets to his feet. I can't tell who that is, unfortunately, not from here. But it looked to me there. Alfredo Quintana Perez checks into the game for Northside, but it looked to me earlier there that there's going to be a foul called on Concordia, but instead Ian Brown just threw the ball in, and then the officials stopped play. So Cadets try to set up the goal, but instead Northside is able to clear it. That's going out of bounds and staying out. Throw-in coming up for Northside.
Coming in from Northside, number 7, Salvador Quintana Perez.
Salvador Quintana Perez checks in. Jackson Thorpe will throw it in. Trying to get it to Corinthians Carruthers, and that's out of bounds off Carruthers. Brown throws it in backwards. Carruthers pushing, and it's cleared the other way by Bean. Ball gets loose. Northside takes over. They get it to Yoke Lopez. Yoke Lopez as a defender in pursuit. That's Bean. Did he touch that with his hands? That might be the call. We'll see. It may have been accidental, but it looked like he fell on the ball with his hands. Nope, we're going to get a foul on Northside. It's a free kick for Concordia. In just a minute, I'll reset my clock. There, got the clock reset. Now we're inside 15 minutes left, and here's a chance for Concordia. Deflected. That'll stay in. Eggold gets to it. Eggold has that deflected. In front of the net, that's Mackey. He sends it back outside. Into the box. Northside stops it for now. And they clear it out of the box. Concordia still with a chance. That's a long run for Eggold. And that might have been knocked out by Northside. Nope. That was a slide tackle. It'll be Northside's throw-in.
Coming in for Concordia, number 2, Tyler Deerheimer.
Tyler Deerheimer will come in for Concordia. Nobody's been able to score here in the second half. Beckett Mollering and Colin Johnson have scored the goals for Concordia. That ball's deflected. Here's a chance for the Cadets. But taken right back by Jared Sanchez. A good stop by Sanchez to keep this a 2-goal game. Bean back there. Across midfield. Off Mackey. I thought Raypole had a chance there. Is this going to stay in? It's not. Concordia's throw-in. 13-13 left. Throw-in goes into the box. Ball gets loose. It's cleared. Cleared again by Northside on the shot taken by Chase Hayworth. A takeaway by Ian Brown. He gets it to Mackey. Check that, it's Rapole. That's Mackey. And that's cleared. That looked like it was about to be a goal kick. It's going to be a corner kick instead. Wright was one of the men who got a foot on it. But it's going to be Concordia's corner kick as that ball's cleared out of the box for now. Bean has to run a long way to get to that ball. Sends it through traffic. Cleared for the moment. Northside gets to it. It's Johnny A with the ball. Johnny A trying to work his way across midfield. He's got Kim right in front of him. Johnny A played the Fort Wayne FC this past summer. And Noah Kim just did a real good job on him. That ball gets down the field. Carruthers pushing towards it. Beans there defensively, fronting him all the way. And that's going to be a goal kick. $11:15 left to play as the clock continues to move. Kim. That ball's going to stay in bounds, or is it? No, it's not. It goes out.
Coming in from your side, number 17, Michael Lynn.
Michael Lynn will check back in for the Legends. Good game here. Doors wide open for Northside to make this interesting. They've had some good pushes and good chances throughout the course of this game, but have not been able to put the ball in the net. They got shut out by Leo in the opener as Rapole has it taken away. Up to Sanchez. Check that, that's Toledo. Israel Toledo. Taken away by Concordia. That was Quintana Perez who was pushing for Northside. Here come the Cadets. Across the middle. That's Mackey, and his shot goes long. That would have been Preston Mackey's first goal of the season. Concordia did not have a regulation goal until today. They now lead at 2-0 against Northside. Head coach Kevin Mackey, Preston's dad, recognized the challenge that Northside poses even coming into this game as this ball is set up and kicked down the middle of the field. Carruthers. And a crowd of three. Battle for the ball. Rapole trips. And this call is going to be on Concordia. I think they're going to get Rapole for a push. That's Michael Lynn who has it set up. Headed around a couple of different times by Chase Hayworth. Cadets get it across midfield. Eggold battling for it. That's Ike Eggold. Across, redirected, and that is going wide. Wright just lets it go, and wisely so. Corner kick. I said wisely, so I thought it was off Concordia. Apparently not. It's a corner kick for Concordia. And they quickly put it in. Redirected, and that's it. Concordia scores. And it looks like that's Ike Eggold who scores it. Right off the corner.
By number 4, Ike Eggold.
Clock has now stopped. They ran it a little long there, down to 7:34. So we'll check on the clock here in a moment. But before we do, get a look at this goal by Ike Eggold. Right off the corner kick. Theo Eggold will check into the game for Concordia. But here's a look at the goal on our replay brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Ike Eggold comes in, redirects it, look like off his right foot, just deflects it off of Xavier Wright and gives Concordia a 3-0 lead as we are inside the 33rd minute. That one's out of bounds. Throw-in coming up for Concordia. Mollering gets to it. This one's going out, and that's a goal kick coming up for Northside. Homestead now leads 2-1 at Leo in volleyball, with set 3 tied at 10 apiece. And this actually will be a corner kick. Again, my apologies. I thought the initial signal was goal kick. Looked like the official was pointing towards the goal, but instead it's a corner kick. Concordia scored off the last one, but this time Wright able to scoop it right on the line. Carruthers feeds it to Johnny A. Johnny A in a battle. That's Theo Eggold. Came in after the goal by Ike Eggold. Put Concordia up 3-0. That's going to go out. And this is going to be Northside's throw-in. Well, when Xavier Wright looks at this performance, he's not going to like the fact that he surrendered 3 goals, but he's done yeoman's work in the box. Made some tough saves, some good stops. Did a whole lot of that throughout the night. Unfortunately, his team's down 3 goals. It's Mackey. Preston Mackey almost got tripped, and maybe he did get tripped. Free kick coming for Concordia from about 25 yards away from the goal. And it's Beckett Mollering and Michael Bean who are there. We'll see which one ends up taking the kick. Clock ticks under 5 minutes. It's Mollering who takes it, and Wright able to stop it. Another good save for Xavier Wright. Can his team work their way back into this game? Northside yet to score a goal this season. They were shut out 5-0 at Leo on Tuesday, trailing 3-0 here at Concordia tonight. Through ball. That's going to be a whistle. Is there contact there? It's going to be a free kick. I'll set it up from right about the 39-yard line. Theo Eggold is there for Concordia, and he sends it across midfield. A little bit long on the kick. Johnson got turned around. That might have been a handball, and I think that's the call. They call it on Eggold. And a free kick coming for Northside. Less than 4 minutes to play here at Zollner Stadium. Good boot toward the box. Toledo has it taken away from behind. Up to Mollering. Mollering with a long kick. Trying to set up a teammate. A chance for Concordia. Shot. Deflected. It's out. And I think that's Greener who came down. Nope, that's not Greener. That's Deerheimer. Tyler Deerheimer. He's able to get up. This is going to be a goal kick for Northside. Good pursuit by Deerheimer. He comes up empty. It has been hard to score on Xavier Wright throughout this night. Kennedy Yoke-Lopez comes in. Short kick. 2.5 minutes left to play in this game. Lynn. Across midfield. Here comes Concordia. They go for the through ball to Toledo. That gets across midfield. Johnson slowed down, but here come the Cadets. Deerheimer, he scores! It's a goal! Tyler Deerheimer had just one goal all of last season. It came in the postseason. Here he makes it 4-0 in favor of Concordia. We'll show you the goal, a fast break goal. The replay's brought to you by Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Looked like Johnson may have lost his place, but then Deerheimer picked him up and put it home. Go ahead and reset my clock here. We're now down to 1:35. Make that 1:30. Concordia leading 4-0. The goals coming from different players. Beckett Mollering got the first one. Then it was Colin Johnson. Then Ike Eggold here in the second half. And now most recently, Tyler Deerheimer. Noah Kim sends it over to Ike Eggold. He tries to get a through ball. Couldn't quite get it through, and this one's going out of bounds. Carruthers was close. It's going to be Concordia's throw-in. Throw-in by Eggold. That goes long beyond the reach of Johnson, and with only 41 seconds left, Johnson is content to let that one roll. Did that touch Northside? I did not see that touch a single Northside player. Corner kick coming for Concordia, though, and they can't afford to take their time here with this 4-goal lead. The header goes wide. That'll be a goal kick. Again, Concordia can afford to take their time. Of course, they don't need to. But with 11 seconds left, there is no doubt as to who's going home the winner tonight. The clock has hit 0. Concordia wins it 4-0 over the Northside Legends. Concordia goes to 1-1. Northside will fall to 0-2 on the season. 4-0 the final here from Zollner. Well, it's time to recognize our Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. And tonight we're going to recognize a player who did not score a goal, but set up his teammates well, played good defense, and I think even had an assist in this ball game. That's Raphael Greener. Raphael Greener was Johnny on the spot on defense, was pushing down the field, and even got an assist in this game. Helped to set up his teammates. Raphael Greener is your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game. Again, Concordia wins it 4-0. Be sure to tune in tomorrow night on SummitCitySports.com as we bring you week 1 of the high school football season. We'll have a whole host of games, such as Bishop Luers versus Leo, Northridge versus Northside, Warsaw versus Snyder, East Noble versus Wayne, Northrop versus New Haven, and a host of others. We'll have some high school soccer on Saturday as well. Dwenger at Wayne girls and DeKalb at Concordia girls as well. I'll be here for that Concordia girls game against DeKalb. I believe Joe Northern has the call for Dwenger versus Wayne on Saturday morning. Meanwhile, we've still got some more high school sports for you tonight as well. Homestead's taking on Leo in volleyball. Joe Northern has the call over there. Dwenger and Leo are taking the pitch in girls soccer, or boys soccer rather. Eli Lawrence has the call over there. Here at Zollner Stadium, for everybody at Summit City Sports, for my cameraman Rob Hughes, this is Thad Goff saying so long from Concordia High School. The Cadets a winner 4-0 over the Legends. You've been watching high school soccer on SummitCitySports.com. Good night from Zollner.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Thank you, gentlemen. Thank you. You too.